Hey Cully, it's winter, we're on the move again, and today we're going to show you all of our kit and how we pack it into our bags. Let's have a proper look, shall we? So Tara's packing up her sleeping bag. Now, in a lot of videos, we see a lot of people just shoving in their bags, and I'm going, well, why are you just shoving it in there? Why aren't you making it nice and small to fit in your pack? Clearly they got lots of space in their pack.
Or worse still, they roll them, fold and roll.
Yeah, or worse still, Tara's saying they fold and roll. But as you can see, Tara's a little bit wrapped up. It is cold, but I guarantee, the same as wood, it warms you twice. So Tara's been nice and warm all night. Have you been nice and warm all night?
Oh, it's been really cosy.
Yeah, she's been really cosy. And now I'm guessing, oh look, it's starting to flag. Are you warming up?
Getting to the top of the bag.
She's getting to the top of the bag, there we go, so you can see it.
Looks like it won't go any further, doesn't it?
It's not gonna fit in there like that. Look at the size of it. That thing's bloody huge.
This isn't my original stuff sack though. I bought this online.
Tara's just saying this is not her original stuff sack. She bought it online. It was only like £4, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it was smaller and I wanted a smaller stuff sack than what came with the sleeping bag.
Yeah, it's a smaller stuff sack
And
than what came. The smaller stuff sack than what came with the sleeping bag. But this is the reason why.
Any more? I reckon. And I won't stop until each one has touched.
Yeah, she won't stop until each one's touched all the way down to the bottom. But that's how Tara does hers. And this is the knee technique, the knee and wobble.
Yeah.
The Nomad knee and wobble technique. So, why has it got to be that small?
Because when it goes into the bottom of my bag, on top of my pillow.
Ah, so they've got to be the same size at least.
They need to be roughly the same size, and I want a bit of give for my pan. My pan set go down here against my back. Feeling warm now.
She's feeling warm now, yeah. That's what I mean. Your bag warms you twice too, doesn't it?
Yep.
As you can see, the camera's shaking because I haven't packed my bag yet. It's getting a bit chilly stood out here. So the dog knows the rules of engagement. He just chills out and relaxes. So yeah, we've got all this to pack up, and yeah, wish us luck. One of the things I've gone over before is why we pack our bags a certain way that we pack our bags. So what I normally do is I normally put in my pillow first, and that goes right at the bottom because it's waterproof as well. And my pillow goes right at the bottom of the bag. Tara's bags set up the same way as well. It never used to be. It used to be set up a different way, but Tara. But But Tara changes up her bag depending on the seasons and what sort of gear she has. Mine, I keep mine the same. I'm a creature of habit, so it's always got to be the same for me. Although side pockets, bits and bobs like that, typically what will happen there is I will change those out depending on where we're going, what we're doing, because I want emergency stuff in this one, for instance, and I want quick access stuff for other bits and bobs, like, you know, wallet or a spare battery pack, only a small one, like for anything emergency use wise. But anyway, my pillow's in there, so I always make sure I give it a proper squish down. Same with my bag, it's also got to be the same size as my sleeping, the same size as my pillow. Reason for that is otherwise it just won't fit in the bag. The bag is only a certain size, so if I make it too big, typically what I want to do is keep it as flat as possible when it's in my bag. So what I'll do is I'll pack it in this way, as you'll see, and then I'll squish it that way again. And don't worry about the one tigress, I also bought a different bag, stuff bag, because my old one didn't have the tension straps on the sides. So yeah, always good to buy either pre-owned or a smaller stuff sack for your bag. So that goes in here like this, and obviously it looks like a super tight fit already, but what I do is I pull that in, I zip it up to just above the sleeping bag, and obviously on the other side it's already strapped and ratcheted up, and then all I do is I then squish and puff it all in. Yep, it sounds like hard work. It is hard work, but the good thing is, as I've already mentioned, or as we've already mentioned, it warms you up. You know, you're not sweating, but you ain't freezing, and it's so worth it. You know, that little bit of preparation before you start moving. I mean, that's one of the things, isn't it? Who wants to keep walking or start walking or start moving when you're cold? You know, your hands are cold, whether you've had a hot coffee or not, or two like we do. Yeah, it's just that morale boost. So packing up the bag is like a little bit of boost of morale, as it were. It warms you up, you get reacquainted with your gear in your bag again, to where you go, oh yeah, that's where it goes, I remember. Sometimes we've had moments, these bags can get packed, repacked and repacked again and again, and sometimes shit just won't fit and you're going, what the bloody hell have I done wrong? And it can be a simple thing like your pillows like taking up too much space, your bag's taking up too much space, you can't remember where you put things. So for us nomads, being on the move all the time and not settling for longer periods than, you know, a couple of months really at maximum is what we want to do. I know we've done our long stay all season set up and all that lot, but as some of you know from my mum being ill, she's still with us luckily, but we just had to move on a whim and literally stop. So we stopped, we stayed at location for that period of time. But yeah, getting back to it, that is the wonders and the joys. I mean, we love it. A friend of ours, Janet, years ago said she wants to change her front room round at least every 3 or 4 weeks. But this is kind of like what we're doing. We're just changing our front room around, you know, going to a new location, finding new pastures, new skies, new animals, you know, all sorts of things like that. So yeah, it's always just a well worth all-rounder just doing it. We love it, we enjoy it. Some people like cars, gadgets and games. We like sleeping outside, packing up, packing down, packing up, packing down, moving on and all that jazz.
Packing up, packing down, moving it around.
Pack it up, pack it down, move it around. So we're gonna get down. I don't think we can get copyrighted for that.
I think we have the water bottle with the thingy on it.
Yep.
Giving it a good flick before.
Yep. So Tara's just asked me for the water bottle. So as you know, we use a sawyer. Now, the importance of these sawyer filters is you cannot leave them outside. Anything that has water in it whatsoever, do not leave it outside. It will freeze, it will crack, it will break, and it will mess up the integrity of the fibres inside these things. So what we do at night time is it goes on our bottle and we drink from it. It stays in the tent with us. It stays in the tent with us because the temperature inside the tent isn't at freezing point. We don't freeze. Therefore, the water doesn't freeze. Left it just inside the door here before, it's frozen. We've only got one at the moment. Not because my one froze, it's just my one's pouring too fast. Therefore, the hollow fibres inside these Sawyer minis, I think has just bust somewhere. I mean, it's 3 years old, 4 years old. They do 100,000 gallons, so you haven't got to keep buying them unless something goes wrong. Now, you know your filter. If it pours too fast, something's probably wrong with it. If it pours too slow, you need to back flush it, wash it out. I mean, look, this needs cleaning. It's dirty as hell. So now, because we're moving, we'll probably go via a client's or a friend's house and just ask them if we can use some fresh water, backwash our Sawyer filter and crack on. But yeah, don't leave them outside. They will freeze, they will break, and then you'll get ill, you'll get poorly. So what I'm doing now is I'm shaking out the last of the water because it's going into Tara's bag and we're going on the move. It's got the possibility to freeze, but any excess water or residue inside, just get out before you start moving.
Thank you, babe.
The same as I showed you before. Now, because me bag, me pillow and me sleeping bag's already in there, I've got the cook pot. Now, the cook pot, as you can hear, it's got some battle rattle to that. But what I do is I wrap it up like this, and everyone thinks, oh, I'll put a pot in the bag like this. Ain't gonna happen, is it? So what I do is I turn the pot up on its side. You see the profile now is a lot smaller than it was the other way. And then that flat bit goes against my back. Like so. So now can you see the space that we've got there? Now my coffee cup. Some of you have asked about this before. What's with the coffee cup? Well, on here I have duct tape, I have space tape, I have rifle tape, I've got the strong cord that we use for the our old doorbells. If you know, you know. Also underneath here, I've got loads of braid. I've got about 300 meters of braid, 50-pound braid fishing line. That's part of my fishing kit. Because typically in the top of here, that's where I keep my hooks. And that's the whole reason for having these cups, is I keep my hooks and my beads in the top of there if it's not in my cav. If you haven't seen my cav, go and check out that video. I'll leave it on the screen somewhere. Yeah, it's just in case sort of scenario. But that is my survival cup, as it were. Sorry, I just thought I'd chuck it out there. Inside this gap here, what I tend to do is I will put the battery packs. So the battery packs, I'll either keep them out or I'll wrap them up in a garment and I'll put them there because they go nice and flat. It keeps the profile of the bag a lot flatter, so you're not like, when you go and turn around, you've seen it in the past, you've probably done it yourself, turned around in the shop, beat someone into the aisle, and you go, oh shit, sorry, didn't see you there. It's just your bag becomes then too big to have any sort of practical application to it. You don't want it being too big and too far away from your back, because it will start to pull your back. Your bag will start to roll that way, and that's just going to pull on your shoulders. It's going to hurt. And makes your bag feel twice as heavy too. You know, so it's a no-brainer. Keep all the heavy stuff up high and against your back. Don't have it further away from your back. The heavy stuff, the heavy stuff, yeah, no, I'm getting to that. Don't have the heavy stuff towards the back because it will pull your back, and don't have it too low. That's why my pillow and my sleeping bag's in the bottom, because they're lighter than the cook pot, the 500 gram per pack battery packs as well. Always good to keep it up the top. You know, that's why the human body is designed like that, right? Because you need that apex to be nice and strong. It puts, then most of the weight pushes down onto your hip line, and then you've got that second pyramid, so it goes like that and then like that. So that center fuselage, as it were, is doing your downwards motions onto your hips, so you're not messing up your spinal column on your back. You know, otherwise if you were to put all your heavy stuff towards the back and down low, where your lumbar is, that's what's going to really hurt. So it's always wise, keep it up the top. It's proven, it works, it's good. The army do it, the scouts do it, Girl Guides do it, Nomads do it, campers should be doing it, wild campers. Heavy stuff at the top, you'll win every time, and it's a lot more better, a lot more robust. As I've mentioned before, me talc, typically I'll keep it in a bag so it doesn't explode, but you see this one, it's all nice and squishy. I'll put it in here. Sometimes what will happen is I'll keep it in my pillow. But I had one bad mistake with that a few years ago. I don't know, probably about 5-6 years ago. I got my pillow out because I'd been sat on the top of my bag. Got my pillow out and it looked like a bloody ghost. Yeah, it wasn't good. The talc had just exploded everywhere, and I smelled like a baby for weeks. Yeah, it wasn't good. But yeah, obviously I'm a little bit warmer than I was now, so I can take off. Yep, Boldy, remember. Mind you, it's getting a bit too long. I can take off my sleep hat, put that in my bag. That'll keep those battery packs nice and warm. And hat on, I can cool down for a bit, get some cold ears. It's all great fun. Now what I do when I've got the main segment of my bag in is I'll lift it and give it a proper shake, because then that helps to settle the bag and all the loose bits that you didn't get. Now you see the top is a lot looser. I can fit a lot more in there, a hell of a lot more in the top of this. I've got little grooves here that I can fit more stuff in, like my spot and scope and things like that. More space at the top here for food. The whole of this is pretty much free. What have I got in there? Different bits and bobs, the hair clippers. Yes, I know I've got hair clippers. I should be cutting my hair, but I haven't at the moment. As you all know, my waterproof goes in my mat bit. Sometimes it goes on the outside if I haven't got the space inside. But it's winter, so I've got the space inside. Obviously, as you well know, we're not carrying our solar panel at this time of year. It's completely pointless. Although the solar does charge, because it's a 23% conversion, it does charge in cloudy conditions, but it's just too slow, way too slow under the canopy, and in winter time the cells just ain't picking up any of it. And as you know, ours, well, goes in the back of my bag, but I haven't got it for winter. It's just pointless. I'm not going to sit around for a week at a time trying to get a charge. We've got clients, family, friends, anything like that, or even some shop owners. They let us charge our battery packs if push comes to shove anyway, so it's not too much of an issue for us. Now, as some of you will know, the tent goes in this bit and only in this bit. So what I've got to do is I've got to open the bag. You see that nice big bulge there? Well, that's my pillow. So basically what I've got to do now, that shake of the bag makes more sense, doesn't it? Because in the top of the bag there's that extra space. So when I push this lot in, it's gonna then start squidging around towards the top again, which is great. So now you can see it's all flat, and that is now ready for the tent to go in. So as you can see here, the tent's all in there, all in the bottom strip, and Tara made a good point. One of the reasons we get these bags is because you just wouldn't, not with other bags, the brutality it takes to fit everything in. You pull on the zips, they don't bust, they haven't pulled apart or anything like that, so they're really good bits of kit, these bags. The Black Hawk, what are they called? The Black Hawk Hydration, Titan I think they're called. Something like that. But another reason I took my gloves off, because you're going to get dirty, you're going to get wet. It's a wet tent. So yeah, never good to have cold hands, but if you're just packing away the tent, you can rub off the mud as good as damn it, and then put your gloves back on. Sorted. Now we've got the final bits to go, and then we can get on the move.
One thing that I will mention that we see some people struggle with, and in fact we've even had one chap was commenting to us saying that it's completely impractical, the rubbish situation, to be able to remove his own rubbish. The reason people find it impractical is because they leave their rubbish to build up during their stay, and then they take it out last minute. We don't. We remove our rubbish every day. So this is just one night's rubbish, that's it. So when we pack our bags, it's so much easier to just crush this down and squeeze it into your bag and just drop it in a bin. Don't be dragging yourself down with big black bags full of rubbish, because not only do you look really unsavoury coming in and out of a woodland like that, but if it is anywhere that people don't want you being, they're now looking out for you because they think that you're homeless and you're just going to ruin their woodland. People don't know what they don't know, and what they don't know they're often fearful of. So keep your rubbish to a minimum, remove it daily, and then you don't end up with a problem.
As you can see, that's it. It's all of our stuff and everything we own. That stuff there has got to go into the back of my bag just there, and that's it.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
It is indeed. So yeah, we're going to move. Obviously we can't show you where we're moving to, but look forward to seeing you there in the next video, eh? Until next time,
Happy hopping.